Obi, congrats on the first. And yeah, I have some Sniper Elite clips in there. The original three are, I think they're sick games. I've heard the fourth isn't very good, so I never tried it. But yeah, especially the zombies Sniper Elite, not like the main Sniper Elite games. The main ones look cool too, but I never tried them. Everything's best. Welcome in. Congrats on the second. Zach, congrats on the third. Whether you're early enough to see it, yeah. No, I before that, even I have some Elden Ring, because as much as I am an Elden Ring hater, it does look amazing. Killing, oh yeah, I mean Nazis, Nazi zombies. It's all. Oh man, I need to shut down this stupid driver. Lamp. There we go. That's a stupid one. 47. Okay. Yeah, I assume that's like it's a number that ends in 47 or something. Uh, yeah, I thought for today I'd start off with the question that's on the screen right now. Classic. Oh dang, you spend your channel points as you get them. That's crazy. This question here was posted by Papadoria in the Discord. Hey Fizzbuzz, good number 10 out of 10. And this right below it was his attempt. Slim, thank you very much. Welcome in, everyone. I feel like I need to get more of a variety in things I say. Than I hope your stream was good, but I do hope it was good. Slim and I popping in, hell yeah. Hey Stooky, good to see you. So long as he spends money as he gets it too. Yeah, just 1 week. Yeah, I meant to write a little reminder in the Discord. But yeah, next week, starting in an hour from now, actually I'm gonna start my streams late on Tuesdays. Probably, but we're gonna do a complex analysis reading group, structured the same as the general relativity reading group that I've been doing. So if you're interested in that, uh, it'll be in a week from now. And before I forget, I'm gonna write a quick little reminder in my Discord, because if I don't do it now, I'm not gonna remember to later. Uh, Sorry, I should really like probably not do this on stream because it's boring, but I'm gonna do it. I guess that's all that needs to be said. You know, I mentioned it on Zach's stream, but it's kind of been like occupying my mind, which is like I doubt it would ever get accepted, but I feel like it would be worth proposing something at TwitchCon. Like if by some miracle it would get accepted. Oh, what's that? Oh, the timer's gonna. Sorry for the phone noise. I feel like it's worth proposing something. So I'm trying to think of what that will be like for some type of like panel at TwitchCon. Because I don't know, it just would be a cool opportunity. I mean, I'm not like I'm probably way too small to be able to get acknowledged, but like I think it's the thing that's worth doing, and if we do it enough years in a row, they'll hopefully eventually have to acknowledge it. Oh, that does follow the rules, Zach. I guess so. Uh, the one in America is in San Diego. They're doing one in the Europe one is in Rotterdam. But the American one's in October. yeah, I feel like that like if something like that were to happen, I think that would be pretty amazing for our community. I'm a little bit confused on how to actually like fill out their application, but like, yeah. Oh, neat. Yeah, no, this would probably be worth organizing something in like a group DM or something. Also, getting input just from like the community in general, but yeah, I don't know. So I figure even so I said it for this year, we can wear them down over a few years, I guess. TKF fellowship, yeah. But there's like 2 weeks or something to actually, maybe even more than 2 weeks. Nothing to actually do until June, I think. So, um, yeah, but I guess if anyone drew, I was suggesting like what that could look like. I would definitely love to hear them. But like that, and that's the thing where like it'll be in October, so like I'm gonna have moved by then. But I feel like it's important enough where I would just make the time and get down there anyway, because I don't know, it just seems like a good opportunity to spread the word that we exist. If we did get a panel, I mean, I probably wouldn't just go there for the sake of doing it. Although that would also be cool. Um, Screenplay package for LaTeX. You got to work on some. Oh, okay, nice. Good luck, Zach. Okay. Anyway, this question that was posted in the Discord by Papadoria. I want to think about it, at least for a little bit, if I can do it. This is Papadoria's attempt, and he said he got stuck towards the end because of something. I haven't even read his actual work yet, but don't know what to do from here as this cubic is non-factorable. Okay. Um, and I assume these are reciprocals, not inverses. Or I guess they are inverses, just multiplicative inverses, not functional inverses. Ugh, I hate this notation. Um, can I know that for certain? Okay, yeah. From this step here, I know that's 1 over sine and not inverse sine. So what's happening? I'm trying to figure out that left-hand side. Syntax. Well done on your test. I need to. I don't understand that step. Let me draw that out. So like, what's the timeline for you? Like, I assume, like you said, you have to do your mandatory military service. Yeah, this is an evil looking trig equation. Hey, color cone. Hope you're doing well. Is that like, are you are you about to graduate, and then is it your military service, and then is it going to be uni? I assume you're getting common denominator. So 6 you win. Congrats, Central. Yeah, everyone really cares about who was 6. Also, I'm not even counting. I don't know if you were 6. Maybe you were. I don't know. I don't count. That's right. I did see you there. Counting's for nerds. It really is. And none of us are, like, thank God none of us are nerds here. Because nerds just aren't welcome. No compassion for my voice. Yeah, it's not easy. Hope your voice recovers soon. About to graduate, but under half a year doing shit. Then half a year military. Oh, okay. So you're having like a half gap year. Nice. Did we get called out my summer differential equation class about 10 years ago because the Navy deployed him on a sub? Oh my. I don't know why I said oh my. That I don't remember any of my friends having that, but when I went to college in Hawaii, there's obviously a big like a military base there, like Navy and Marines. And so a lot of my classmates were like actively in the military, and they had that I guess like risk or that like potential thing being able to happen to them. The developer, good luck with your GCSE. Hope you do well. Not quite, though. This project would be either really long or several short videos. Ooh, okay. Just expand and do sin x equals t, cosine equals square root 1 minus t squared? Maybe. I don't know. Did it while he was out. Came back with the binder completed work and ace the final. Oh, wow. He's crushing it then. Wow. I think Papadoria, maybe Papadoria. Oh my God. Sorry for if that phone sound got picked up too. Looks like Papadoria may have done a similar substitution down here and got stuck with a cubic. That's not that he said wasn't factorable. I haven't looked at it for myself. I'm just still trying to figure out the first couple of steps on the left-hand side. You think this is already the simplest solution of the expression? The cubic? Or the original problem? Right, okay, so wait, this is sine 2x over sine x sine 2x minus sine x. That's the common denominator. Oh, I see. Then we get the double angle. And that's why the sine x cancels. I was wondering why there's only a sine 2x on the bottom. Okay, so I understand the left side. X equals arc something. Okay. Yeah, I guess I assume he's asking about this because we don't know what the roots of the cubic are. I assume without numerical methods or cubic formula, I guess. He came back in 2023 looking for advice on math jobs, found out he was also looking through the Grenfell book on tensor calc and was also stuck. Gave him to our dean and said, hire him as an adjunct. Wasn't quite done with maths at the time. Wow. That's awesome. Asking for advice on math jobs and just being like, oh, hey, here's a job right here. Okay, and then the sine 2x's cancel from each side. Um, and so yeah, I guess here Papadoria does the opposite of substitution syntax error was suggesting with Papadoria took alpha equal to cosine x. There are simple solutions. Oh, is this the type of thing where we should just be guessing and checking? Always hiring adjuncts? Oh, fair. Okay. Yeah, I guess an adjunct probably has like a lower bar. Double angle and product to sum on the common denominator. Like you want to do a product to sum on the sine x and sine 2x? A bachelor's? That's all you need to be an adjunct? Well, I assume you also need some industry experience or some kind of other relevant thing, not just a bachelor's. That's surprisingly achievable. I guess it makes sense for what an adjunct is. Yeah, sure, Fizzbuzz. I don't care. Hey, Metallica. Good to see you again. Yeah, I don't know either, Jed. Oh yeah, for I stopped continuing with my handwritten work because I saw mentally that it gets right back to this step that Papadoria already did. Um, hey Aziz, hope you're doing well. So yeah, I guess I haven't checked like from this line down here for myself. That may be worth doing, but Papadoria probably did it right. Let me verify that double angle identity for cosine. Ooh. 7 denominator. That I wouldn't have guessed that. Those are simple but not guessable. I would say at least. It's not they're not guessable to me anyway. Cosine 2 theta is 1 minus 2 sine squared. 1 minus 2 sine squared. Oh, true, complex numbers. That's I should try that. As soon as I have verified at least Papadori's work, I'm interested in that approach too. Oh wait, I'm dumb. He used the cosine one. 2 cosine squared minus 1. Okay, yeah, so that looks good from there to there. Because it's the root of a cubic? I have no clue. Maybe. Relevant BABS for developmental math. 18 plus credits relevant coursework in MS, MED for college level. Oh, interesting. Coursework but not a degree for master's level? That's just going to verify the final cubic Papadoria gets. 2x minus 1 equals 1 over 2x squared minus 1. Okay, yeah. I agree with all Papadoria's steps as being valid. Make it eventually allows him physics to teach math. Okay, that makes sense. The paper is also this Friday, Aziz? Ooh. Or is also this Friday. Good luck to you too, then. And so yeah, Wolfram Alpha only gets these roots numerically. Yeah, just memorize it. Um, so yeah, that does seem like a dead end. Should we try the complex variables idea? Okay, like, rather than Googling what the formula is, can I figure out what it must be using derivatives? I remember the denominator is 2i. E to the ix plus minus e to the ix. Hey, Femlux. Does that give us cosine? I feel like oh, I don't know if that gives us cosine. Oh, I forgot. You have to. No, it's too annoying to check with derivatives. Close. Well, close is good enough for me. You know, let's just use this. No, I'm just gonna Google it. We had a couple people in econ who didn't have enough math coursework. Gives how to do from outright, but rules exist. Yeah. It's annoying to have rules like that because exceptions always exist for people who would make good teachers but don't have that qualification. Also, if you don't have the rule, people are going to be stupid and abuse it. So it's kind of just a crappy like thing. Rules like that. Why doesn't the Wikipedia page say this? Or at least where does it say it? Here we go. Wait, isn't this... I said it right. E to the I theta... Oh no, it is minus. I said it wrong. Remember, it's odd. Oh, that maybe that's a better thing to remember. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a lot better than the derivative thing. Fizz buzz. Okay, so I assume we're gonna take this thing, and even though it'll be annoying, we're gonna try plugging into this thing, and hopefully it cleans up. Maybe let's make a copy and give ourselves some room here. Okay, so we get 1 over e to the ix. We get 2i over that, don't we? Minus e to the minus ix minus 2i over e to the 2ix minus e to the minus 2ix equals 2i over e to the 4ix minus e to the minus 4ix. Okay, so 2i's all cancel. That's nice. And then we need to do some denominator busting. Gianluca is asking what I do something on wave and heat equations. The heat equation I've learned more recently. The wave equation I haven't touched in years. If you have a question about it, me or someone might be able to answer it. That's something that's kind of at the edge of my knowledge, though. Streaking like a comet on a hyperbolic geodesy. Nice. Hey, Jasu. Okay. Is there can we get cancellations if we there's not one thing we can multiply this thing through to get rid of all the denominators at once. I don't think so, at least. Uh, so maybe let's just take it one step at a time and get those two as fraction. Do I know the trend? I don't want to be French? No, I don't think I've heard that one. Can we do imaginary part of e to the ix? Ooh, I don't see why not. Oh, syntax, he might be cooking there. Imaginary doesn't work both inverses. So hey underscore. It's been a minute. I hope you've been well. Oh, I guess it is the imaginary of. I assume the issue is the imaginary of 1 over z is not 1 over the imaginary of z. That's the issue you're pointing out. It means good luck. Within a month, you have entrance exams. Any tips? What, Laura? Just try and take care of yourself in the lead up to it and in general, but um yeah, just make sure you're eating enough, sleeping enough, and then study when you have time between that, but make sure that you're taking care of yourself as much as anything else. Quick look at the first unit submission for the coursework field mark. They somehow use widely different approaches. Ooh. What class is it? Does this factor in any cool way? Uh, this is the difference of two. No, it's not. Quantum chemistry. That's awesome. See, Jasmine, that's why in my mind you can do anything. You're studying biophysics, you're TAing or teaching. Wait, you have some type of role in quantum chemistry class. You do it all. Know about how a linear quadrupole interacts with a charge. Ooh, that sounds like a pretty like physicsy problem too, to be honest. Next question. Should I multiply this thing to the other side, or should I subtract it over and then get another common denominator? Yeah, wait, a quadratic underscore you get. Any linear quadruples in chat? Yeah, if there's any square quadruples, I don't want to hear it. Or I don't know what the term is for a square quadruple, but I don't know, Jasu. I still think you can do anything. Maybe we should try that then, underscore, because this was the person who asked the question's original attempt. He went straight to simplifying with double angles and ended up with a cubic that doesn't really factor. Oh, okay. But yeah, this was the cubic he ended up with, and this doesn't have clean roots. So that's why we went to trying complex variables. Prince 12, 57 plus 32, yeah. I'll write it off here on the side. Just set it up like this with one number on top of the other one. Add down the first column, so 7 plus 2 is 9. And then add down the next column, you get 8. And for this one, we don't have any like carrying the ones or anything, so that's all you have to do there. So I'd say the answer is 89. It's against rules for us to take the reciprocal. Like you want to flip both sides of the original equation? I think that's allowed. I don't see why not. I don't know what it does for us necessarily, but okay, I've got a feeling about multiplying over. Well, do I have that feeling though? I'm hooked on a feeling, and I'm high on believing. Ooh, gotcha. Ooh, gotcha. Maybe I really want to mess with factoring that. That keeps going through my mind. What if I rearranged it like so? I'm just a tutor prince. He's making reference to the song that I was singing. Stanford? I'm not currently a student or a teacher. So I'm starting school in the fall, but I'm not currently affiliated with the university. I don't. If I did factor that and that, I don't think anything special happens. Should I just bite the bullet and get a common denominator for all of this? Because the advantage of that is we could only look at the numerator. Isn't that going to be something terrible, though? There might be some cancellations. Let's just try it. We can use Wolfram Alpha to expand stuff, I guess. I love savings prints 12. For now. Have I ever seen a UFO? I cannot say I have, no. Okay, bye. I guess that was the wrong answer. See you though, Prince. Or maybe you just have to leave anyway. Thank you for the question. Let me erase that so I don't get confused by it later. Okay. Now this seems worth making Wolfram Alpha's problem, right? No one wants to multiply out the numerator. I think that's what we're gonna do. E to the 2ix minus e to the minus 2ix, e to the ix plus e to the minus ix. Can you cheese it by common factor? That would be amazing. I don't see what it would be, though. Oh, wait, is there a common factor? No, I don't see it. And sorry, I know I'm not showing my last stuff on screen right now. It's nearly right now in Wolfram, though. Okay. Well, I wanted to put the numerator in. I kind of forgot about that. Ooh, that... Wait, what? That can't be true. Did I make an oopsie? This feels like it can't be true. That looks way too simple. Why would the e to the 4ix all cancel out? What happens when I get a common denominator? I subtracted this over, and I multiplied it by e to the x. I multiplied it by that over itself. think I did that right. Yeah. Let me get Wolfram Alpha just the numerator. Do 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 do. I want you. Well, actually, you stay there. Open up a new tab. And you go in there. Really? Oh. Really? I need to see this to believe it. It's not that painful to multiply out that thing on the right. Ow. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to trust Wolfram Alpha because now I would need to multiply out this piece. It's going to be an e to the I6x. And that just seemed... I have a hard time believing that actually cancels, but I really don't want to verify it for myself. So I'm going to trust that Wolfram Alpha... That I did my work up to this point correctly, and then I typed it into Wolfram Alpha correctly. So I'm going to take this result from when I typed in the entire equation. Do I actually solve for x here? It does. That's not right, is it? I can't tell. It's written weird. If n equals 0, pi over 3, that's not a solution, is it? Sine of pi over 3. Hey, Sancult. Sine of pi over 3. It's root 3 over 2. It doesn't match with the answers that Fizzbus got. Remember the rage quit? Yeah. Sine 2 pi over 3. It's 1/2? No. That's still root 3 over 2. Is it? No. No. Yes. Yes. It's still root 3 over 2. Sine 4 pi over 3. It's going to be minus root 3 over 2. Yeah, so that's not right. I made an error. Whose direction cosines are given? I haven't heard. I don't know what this is asking for, St. Culp. I don't know, like, whose direction cosines are given by these. I don't know what these equations mean. Or, like, what the direction cosines are. Direction ratios, direction cosines. 3D vectors. Okay, that was me my next question, which is these are three-dimensional things. I don't know that these are line. Are they lines? This just seems like a. Wouldn't this be some surface in 3D? This is a plane. That's fine. This is variables multiplied together. Maybe I just need to plug in the Desmos and actually look at it. Okay, I'm going to say we have L is X, M is Y, N is Z. 6YZ minus 5Z, or minus 2ZX. Plus 5XY. Yeah, so that's definitely not a line. It looks like the Sydney Opera House. That's what came to my mind at first. Cosines of the angles of a vector or a line makes the positive coordinate axes in the three-dimensional space. I'm just confused because this first equation doesn't make a line. Maybe it's not supposed to? Cosines of the angles a vector or a line makes with the positive coordinate axes in a three-dimensional space. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that either, Jasu, but if this exists online, that'll be more productive. Or if the solution exists online, it'll be more productive to look at that. This looks like it. To make sure the numbers match. Yeah, they match. Oh, this is 3L, not 31. Be clear. They should really use capital L. Okay. So they take equation 2, plug it into equation 1. That's what's happening here. We get a family of solutions. You got stuck on the last step, you're saying. This is so weird. What the? This is... I'm not a fan of this explanation. This is a lot of therefores. I guess we somehow get two possible directions out of this. Is this a vector projection in the last step? You just want to know why they took the modulus in the last step. Uh... Why would you take the modulus in the last step? Oh, this is the definition of dot product. I see. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mert. um, why would you take the absolute value of that? Um, it must have something to do with knowing the angle between these two vectors. If it should be if it should be an acute angle or an obtuse angle. That's the only reason I can think of to know why we would take the absolute value. Can we intuitively figure out whether these two vectors should have an acute or an obtuse angle between them? The y's are in quadrant, or the positive y's, but then two of the variables have opposite signs. Oh, wait. Well, from what we did earlier, we could have taken n to be any number. We can always make them point the same direction. Maybe that's it. Because, it's because of the choice of n. I think we can always choose an n such that there's an acute angle between them. And that modulus just forces it. Uh, I feel like direction cosine. Oh. But no, I mean, I saw animetics say this too, but it's like I still don't like. I don't know. Hello? Hey, Destin. Ooh, I haven't heard this song before. Thirds, can you give me an example problem, Rakov? I want you to tell me one, Rakov, because what's hard for me isn't hard for you, or like vice versa. Okay, since theta is a geometric, wait, what? That's not it. But cosine of theta can be negative. I don't get this explanation. Matrices, Lucas. Ooh, good luck. Um, I'm sorry. I for some reason it seems like you always take the absolute value. I don't really get why though. I really don't know the answer to this question. I don't think Senko. For some reason, Wikipedia is saying you always take the absolute value, but I don't really get why. Raghav, I'm not gonna go looking them up. Just give me a question. How important is knowing trig? Um, it depends how applied you want to get with math. Potentially not very important, or potentially very important. It just depends where exactly math you're going. Um, yeah, I don't think I'm sorry. It seems like Wikipedia is just saying to always take the absolute value. I don't understand why though. As little applied as possible, then I bet you don't need that much trig. If you're doing stuff with like complex numbers, that could still be pure math stuff that would need some trig, but I don't know. It's a question about direction cosines, which I had never heard of before. It's something to do with the angle between two vectors, but it's some messed up thing that I haven't really heard of. This was basically the original question, and the person was asking about at the very end here, they take the absolute value of the dot product, and I don't get why, because you can have a, it's fine to have arc cosine of a negative number, is it not? That's, wait, where's arc cosine defined? Is it seriously a, okay, yeah, no, arc cosine of a negative is fine, so I don't get why. True, because yeah. Taylor expand e to the a where a is a matrix. I haven't seen that. So yeah, I'm sorry, Sandcult. I don't get why you have to. Let me reread what Benbox was saying. So we were also working on this question up here. I'm not really following that. I don't know. Truth is, you see the present mentioned in tug of war with all people all equally spaced around the circle pulling. It's an equilibrium. Also, you end up with the same cubic that. So this is a Papadoria question where this came from. It's posted in the Discord. He ended up with the same cubic. The issue with the cubic was that it's not really factorable. Yeah, no, Fizbos was saying that in connection to this problem. Well, yeah, Destin, the confusion is that they were using absolute value, v dot w equals magnitude cosine theta. It's that extra absolute value that I can't explain. For some reason, we apparently know that it's an acute angle, but I don't know. Well, it's always a number. You can have arc cosine of a negative number. I don't know. Yeah, no, this complex variables way, I can't tell if it's going anywhere or not for complex numbers. My notes of vectors? I don't know what you mean. I don't really have notes on vectors. I don't really have notes. I mean, I have my like notebooks from university, but I don't really have anything about like vectors. I definitely don't have anything remotely about direction cosines or about anything that's J, if that's what you're studying for, which I don't remember if you are. Yeah, Jasu, I'm very excited and nervous for it. You know, I'm curious what happens. Nick will come out to do some more work for me. What is just that piece? Hmm. How long did it take you to learn to flip your pen in your hand? I probably got decent at it after maybe a month or so of doing. I was really bored in high school, and so one of the things I would do to entertain myself is learn how to flip my pen around. The thing is, I constantly flung it across the room because I was learning how to do it and wasn't very good at it. So like multiple times in each class, I would have to get up and hurriedly like jog across the room to go and grab it. Um, I I'm gonna be getting a master's in applied math. I definitely way prefer applied math to pure math. Uh oh yeah, sorry. With that question, I honestly I thought the people in chat had already explained it, and I thought that you had gotten it. But if you want, we can go back to that question. Would you mind giving it to me again? Because now that I know how to read it, I know how to do it. Animetics, we're asking a very specific question. We're not asking about what we're asking why these absolute value bars are here. If you can explain that, that would be helpful. But that's really what the question is. Driving no guy in class, crushing the curve. Dev, you can type it there in the YouTube chat, or you can put it in my Discord. The one, it's some messed up thing I've never heard of. I think Fenbox would crush it. Fenbox has literally just been studying stuff for fun. Like I think Fenbox would do very well. Did you go back through the college that you work at, Fenbox? Or would you have to go somewhere else? What am I looking at again? I think mostly in Chicago Community College. Oh, okay. But in Twitch math, community will be college math professors, or is it just me? I mean, we're all definitely learning from each other. Okay. Thank you for giving me the question again, Sandcall. Okay, so this is the question I rage quit on last week, or last time I streamed. Um, but I'm sorry, I thought the people in chat explained it enough. If I realized that you still had a question about it, I would have not rage quit immediately, or would have explained it before I rage quit. um, Animedits, don't shame. There's no question that's too easy. Just because it's elementary for you doesn't mean it's elementary for everyone. Okay, so we have one that looks like that. Oh, sorry, that's just one side of the triangle. We also have that. So we want all the points interior to the triangle. And so you kind of want to start from this corner up here or that corner down there and work your way over. And so let's try and find the highest point that's inside of the triangle. So the first one, x has to equal 1. And maybe I should say the equation for the line. Do I know my intercept form well enough? Oh, it should be x plus y equals 21, right? Yeah. All right, so if x equals 1 here, coming from the equation of the line, the most y can be is 20. So that's like this point on the line right here, but of course that's on the line. So we need to go 1 down from that. So the first point that's at the very top here is going to be 1 comma 19. If we try to go over to x equals 2, we get y equals 19. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. What did I... Okay, and so that's on the line. So we need to go 1 down from that. That's why I was getting confused. 2 comma 19. Sorry, 18. Oh my gosh. No, 1 comma 20 is on the line, Jed. We want inside, not on the border. That's how I understand this. But we also have another point, if x equals 1 down here, that's on the interior. And so that's going to be, what, 1 comma 18? And so if we keep building up the pattern from here, we're going to get a whole line of dots down here, which will be from 19 for the, it'll go from 19 all the way down to 1. Which is that 19 dots or 18 dots? It has to be 19 dots, right? Yeah. And pattern 3 that's here is that we're going to get another line of dots going down there. That'll be 18. And then we're going to get another line of dots. That'll be 17, 16. It's going to be the numbers. We're basically going to get 19 dots in that line, plus 18 dots in that line, plus 17 dots in that line, all the way down to 1. And that's from there, that's pretty much the problem. We just need to know the formula for this. I mean, you could add it up manually, but there's a formula for the sum of numbers from 1 to 19, which is Gauss's sum. And it's 19 times 20 divided by 2. Am I right? Yeah. And so cancel the 2 with the 20, and you get 190. So that's how I would do the problem. Benbox, thank you so much for the Prime. Why does your Twitch keep crashing? Because Twitch sometimes is poopy. Sorry. I hope it fixes itself. Okay, but sync up, does this make sense? Hear the story of how Erdos and his friends spent time solving problems until very late at night. All of them became famous mathematicians. Bolobus, Meridi, for instance. I did not hear that. No. Subtract the ones on the line. Is that easier? Hey, Nikhil. Oh, I guess it would be because I wouldn't have to worry about like remembering to go down by one. Physics, a little bit. I'm not very good at it, but I know a little bit. Yeah, I remember Papadoria mentioned Pick's theorem for this. It's like a formula for this exact thing. It's kind of crazy. Area of large histogram video from stack data structure. It's the fall video YouTube recommended. Oh, nice. Welcome in, Geary. Okay. Thanks for the well wishes, Geary. Oh, Deb, did you post something? Sorry, thank you for telling me. Well, when things you post in the Discord, I don't always see it. So it helps if you put a message in chat too. Um, so wait, is this 50% of the 30%? That's how I'm interpreting this. So maybe the first step is to figure out what 30% of 900 is. So 30% is the same thing as 0.3. You think no of the company. But then why would 90% show up if only 30% rest to show up? I don't know. Um, I think I'm gonna go with my original interpretation, but if you do 0.3 times 900, that'll get you 30% of the company, which, as Animedits is saying, and um, if you know what 3 times 900 is, it's 27, and you can always figure out the zeros afterward. So 270 are kind of the pool of employees I assume we're asked to attend. And so I'm interpreting the question as, of the 270, half of them showed up, then 30%, then 90, and so on. And so I guess this is a weighted average. Well, yeah. Is there a trick we can do here? I think we can think of this as the 50% is the same thing as 0.5. So half of 270 plus 30% of 270 plus 90%, oops, And we're going to put all this over a denominator. Uh, 0.7 times 270 plus 0.2 times 270. And then it's going to be over, we have 6 days total times 270 people. I think that's how we want to do this. Yeah, because the 270 can be factored out of the top. Well, actually, no, we can just do it out of, sorry, we just, sorry, it's only out of 6 days. And we can just now do this math. The 270 can be factored out. And then I'll write out each step here. So we get 0.5 plus 0.3 plus 0.9 plus 0.7 plus 0.2 divided by 6. This is a little bit annoying, but we can do it. Well, I'll do it over here. 270 times 0.5 plus 0.3 is 0.8 plus, okay, 0.8, 1.7, 2.4, 2.6. Can we get 270 and 6? At least they have a 3 and a 2 in common, right? 6 should go into this. $45. So 45 times 2.6. I guess I'm going to do that by hand. I probably could figure it out mentally, but you know what? I'd rather figure this out mentally. Or like I'd rather figure out using tricks than doing that. 2.6 is the same thing as 2 plus 0.6. So we get 90 plus 60% of 45. Which is also, this is really dumb. I'm going to say plus 0.5 plus 0.1, since those are easier numbers to do math with. Half of 45 is 22 and a half. 0.1 of 45 is 4.5. Now we just add these back up. I can actually do math. 27. Getting 117. Let's verify that. But in theory, that's the answer. Six. Oh no. What are you doing to me, Wolfram? Am I missing a number? I'm missing a number. There should be 6 numbers. Oh my god, I forgot one. Okay, I'm not gonna go back and do, well, it's not that hard. Dude, There. I forgot a number. I forgot this 40. So that becomes a 3. That's much easier math. Oh my god. No decimals now. 135. There we go. Nice round number. We did get a round number before, but easier math on the way. All right, and sorry for the weird explanation, Dev. Let me know if you have any questions about that, though. Viv, hey. I said, hey, what's going on? About to chop people up. Thankfully, we don't have to do that in this one, Jasu. I guess a taught master's Jasu? I don't have to write like if you mean like by a thesis, that's a thesis is optional. They don't seem to recommend that you do one either. Um I'm assuming 50% of those asked to attend. Otherwise the question seems I don't know why they would give you that information. But yeah, I assume it's half of the 30. I don't know that for certain though. Animedits, I have no clue what you're saying. Plan to continue thesis recommended if you plan to do if you want a PhD thesis is needed. I mean, so the thing about that is that at least the school that I'm going to is a 1-year program. And by the time you'd even start on a thesis, you would have had to already apply to the intern application for a PhD. I definitely wouldn't look bad on an application for PhD in general. But at least my understanding is that the program is just kind of quick. Like, I don't seem like you have time to do a thesis before you start a PhD. I don't know. But yeah, and I don't know how to do that question. You can look at Debs though. Hey, Doomwood. Yep, I'm doing the fake math because I like it more. Hmm. Okay, they're giving this in a weird format. I guess I'll look closer at the course scheduling stuff, Jasu. I didn't know that that's the norm in the UK. Here, it's crazy that you can do a master's in 1 year in the program that I'm going to. It's almost always 2. But I guess we just start with this equation and we plug stuff in. So if a to the p equals b to the 4, let's plug in our definition of a. X to the 0.25 to the p. We have two people calling p equals 2. B is that. X to the 0.125 to the 4th. So when you have a power to a power like this, you can multiply them. So 0.25 times p equals x. 0.125 times 4 is 0.5. And so just by looking at the exponents, like we can equate just the exponents here. And you can divide it over, you can just see that p equals 2. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh my god, animatics, please just post things once. I see it. You don't need to keep on posting it. Number of subsets of S. In Europe, they get you into your niche as soon as possible. You need a master's for funded PhD. I only applied for 2 PhD positions at the time. When you got in one in maths, that I didn't get. Oh, wow. Good thing you got in for the other one then. Yeah, sure, Dimwood. Um, is that the thing with that was just posted in Discord with the disk of radius 1 centimeter? Is that you? Let me okay. I'm gonna just put animated's question on the screen. I don't know if I can do it though. Let me just think about it for a little bit. I assume that I won't know it though. Or maybe I do. Wait, number of subsets. Yeah, Jesu, that's true over here too. I do actually have a paper with my name on it as like the third author, which is at least something, but it's more of like a computer science paper to be honest. Mert is saying for N1, it's choose 5, 1 times choose 4, 4. Why is that? We have 5 possible odd numbers. Five odds and 4 evens. Oh, I get it. We're choosing one odd number and the rest all have to be even. I get it. Okay, yeah, nice, Mert. So then N2 should be 5 choose 2 times 4 choose 3. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the actual calculations up to you in a minute, but this is like the important part of the question here. Let us know if you have any question about it. And this pattern can continue on to N5. Aaron's saying 4 heaps of stones in our backyard. We arranged them into 5 heaps. At least 2 stones placed into a smaller heap. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that, Aaron. Okay, Doomwood, let's talk about your question. Multiplying row 4 and 5 of Pascal's triangle. Ooh, interesting. Doomwood, are you here? What part of the scheme are you asking about? It's greatest 1 centimeter rolled onto horizontal grid of rectangles. What? Okay, I don't know how to picture this, but I'm just gonna take it as a disk is going to fall into a grid, and it's all equally likely. You don't know where to start. You found it really hard. Okay. 126 from Luck Scott. Okay. Uh, Spiral. If you have two equations, like you would isolate just x or just y and set them equal to each other. So if you have like 2x plus 3y equals 1, and you have y equals 5x plus 2, just isolate y or isolate x and then set them equal to each other. So like with this one, I would try to isolate y. A third minus 2/3 x, and then since y equals this and y equals this, set them equal to each other and solve that for x, and that'll give you the x coordinate for your point. And then plug it back into either one of these equations to find the y coordinate. 126 is right, apparently. Okay, no worries. When we can until things get complex, yeah. I read through the first two sections. I really hate the way it's written. But hopefully we'll go over some cool stuff. Okay, I think I can visualize what's happening now. Consider possible positions for the center of the disk. Wow, this is crazy, dude. Yeah, what I imagine is there's like a tic-tac-toe board just like drawn onto the ground. And you're physically rolling a disc like you roll a coin, and it just like falls over and lands somewhere. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, Jasu, it's written so academically. I I'm not a fan of it. I saw of the writing style so far. What with previous students' tears? That sounds like a terrible book. And so it has to the disk has to land completely inside a rectangle. Why is it a rectangle? That's not symmetric. I want them to be squares. Anyway, probability of winning a prize on any particular roll is 1/5. Um, Wait, so do you say that you have the scheme for this? I'll see if I can figure it out just with this, but I might be struggling here. Yeah, if you can at least like post them and I'll open it when I feel like I'm stuck. What's the size of the grid overall? It's basically infinite. Okay. Or it's just one line of rectangles? It is a horizontal grid. Why would you call it a grid though? Just call it a horizontal row. So I I guess yeah, maybe in the UK grid means something else. Okay. They even say the grid is large, not long. So we actually have a row of rectangles in dumb American terms, apparently. And the disk is rolling around at the speed of sound right next to it, and at some point flops over like a cat that goes to sleep. Um, Actually, wait. How are these rectangles oriented? Does that matter? Well, yeah, but like, if it is just a row, then which side is the long side? Imagine a point lands in any rectangle. Distance from the center to the nearest edge has to be 1 centimeter. Okay, that's probably the easiest thing that Avik says. The the length rolling is 5. I don't know how you know it from the question. Maybe I shouldn't think about the physical situation and think more like of Avika's thinking with just looking at a single rectangle and imagining what points work. That doesn't look very rectangular. So it needs to land. The disk is 1 centimeter. So on the short way, we have a 1 centimeter like wiggle room to play with. We can't land anywhere here or anywhere here. And then the long way, I guess we have 3 centimeters to play with. So that's 1 by 3. Because we also can't land here or land here in the center. So what you do now is you take the area of the good region and divide it out by the area of the entire region, and that's the probability. So that's how you can get 1/5. Okay. I really hate how they're describing this scenario, but if you just ignore all that shit and think about choosing a random point inside a 3 by 5 rectangle, it is a lot easier. I think that's all it really comes down to. So I think that's the answer for part A. What does part B say? 15 students each roll a disc onto a grid 20 times. Source summarized as followed. Hmm. What's standard deviation again? Is it e of x squared or something like that? In a minute, any of that weird function stuff, I'm not going to know how to do. Oh, nice, Avik. No worries, Doomlad. We were just trying to. I was just trying to figure out what formula we need. I think a Avik uh, gave it though. The variance of x is equal to e of x squared minus e of x squared. And so to get the standard deviation, we need to square root that. It's given in the formula booklet. Okay, nice. But yeah, because the probability is always the same. Um, yeah, sure. Do what if you don't mind. $15 students roll the disk. Okay, can we just put a 1/5 in front of each of these and not worry any further about it? The sum of their successes. What is 15 times 20? 300? A fifth of 300. That is about 60. Okay, so that's about right. Number of prizes won per student. Oh, no worries, Doomwood. Um, it, Animedits, do you actually need help with these questions, or are you just giving me questions? If you already know how to do these, that's not really like what I'm here for. I know do what I'm so no, I'm asking about Animedits. He keeps posting questions, and I feel like he's just trying to quiz me. I know I yeah, Duma, you're good. Um, I'm getting confused with trying to unravel the 15 students versus per student. That's what I'm not sure of right now. Because if it's just for one student, do we even need this data? Like, why can't we just say the expected value? If you know how to do B already, I don't mind skipping it then. I'm very rusty on this, so that's why I'm getting stuck. But if you're good, then it's not worth me struggling with this. Okay, or doing it if you're saying that the B is easy, I'm just gonna skip it then because I'm too rusty on expected value to remember like what this actually means, or I mean to remember like what it means for this question. So looking at part C, second group of children, each rolls the disc onto the grid 20 times. The normal price 1% is 3.5. Standard deviation of 2. Students, find the mean and standard deviation of number of prizes student. The number of prizes students. Mean and standard deviation, number of prizes won per student for the whole group of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4 prepositions in one sentence. And plus the word per. I don't know if that's a preposition or not, but this is a freaking mouthful. Standard deviation of the number of prizes won per student for the whole group of 27 students. That's what she said? Oh, that's a mouthful. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's going to work out what she said. C part is also easy? Okay, I'm going to skip that too. Then maybe D is hard. Okay, that's what she said. 27 students also grow number of times the disk covered a corner of a rectangle. Assuming the probability 0.2216. So that's probability can be used by an estimate for the value of pi. What? How? For each corner, imagine the region in which the coin can land. You get a quarter circle of radius 1 centimeters. Since you have 4 corners, you have a full circle. The disk covered a corner of the rectangle. So if you want to cover this corner of the rectangle, you have to land anywhere inside here. And since this is a grid, it gets extended out. Because that one corner has 3 other rectangles. The area of the circle is pi. Because the radius is 1, so yeah, pi r squared is just pi. Well, the pi over 15 thing seems like a stretch to me, but it does, yeah, like we can think about just like, even inside just one rectangle, we do get the entire circle. Like, I don't know how you figure out the pi over 15 thing without a calculator. Which maybe that's allowed, but can we just figure out the area of the circle, which is these 4 green things added up? I mean, I guess it's just pi. Okay, the area of the circle is pi divided. Oh, pi! I get it. Pi over 15. 15 is the area of the rectangle. Okay. So it's the exact same technique as A. Instead of finding that inside rectangle, though, we're finding these 4 quarters, which add up to one entire circle of radius 1. It's the same thing as part A. Doomwood, the area of the region we're interested in is pi. The area of the rectangle is 15. So pi divided by 15 is the probability, which they found to be 0.2216. This is what, and so then you just multiply the 15 over, and that's your estimate for pi. Yeah, it's no, I didn't get that either. Yeah, that one came out of left field, but I guess it works. Yeah, like it's literally 3 steps, but it's so hard to spot unless you already know where it's going. Thank you, Avik, for the help there. The grade curves for this paper was crazy. Oh, wow. Oh god. All right. In a minute, we'll look at it. Okay, so at least in the world for the first 3 options, you have a big circle G and n many. Let's draw it for n equals 4, I guess. N many smaller circles that are all tangent to the ones before and after them, which I've drawn perfectly here. Don't they have to be tangent to G? Oh, you're right. So wait, I guess if it's externally, there must be only. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, I'm drawing this wrong. Yeah, I think you're right, Avik. It's more like a flower. Good call. My God, dude, this is. I'm being really generous with the scaling here. This is so hard to draw with just 4. Yeah, I mean, I guess the radius for this one has to be like pretty freaking big. Yeah, as long as you understand like what it's supposed to look like, I won't go to that painstaking an effort to draw this. That's what it'd have to be with just 4 though. Oh, Jesse, it was something about a mouthful. And we also said that the D is hard. They're all things that she says. Not necessarily to me, but you know, she says them. Okay, so what has to be? It does look like a chem drawing, yeah. Like electron density. Ooh, okay. I'm about to say like the Lewis body thing, but that's not really the same thing. You have like the dots there for each electron or whatever. Try drawing the right triangles from the center of G to the center of two tangent circles for A. What do we know about this? It's an isosceles right triangle. Um, it's big R plus small r for each of them. Yeah. R plus r squared plus r plus r squared. Uh oh, if I drew this better, wait, 4r squared. Oh. Okay, so my drawing is misleading me here a bit. We should be able to know what the hypotenuse is, according to what you're saying, Abik. The circle should touch right where the right triangle crosses over. So we can tell this is 2 times r, small r. But I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what exactly is happening here. The line connecting them is square root 2r. I can believe it. Let me just follow this math through it first, I guess, and then we can. Maybe it's less than 2r squared. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where the inequality part is going to come from. I assume because we can always make... Oh, what you're saying? Root 2 r plus r? Oh, right, yeah, for an isosceles right triangle. You're just in time for evil geometry, Fembox. So we can't isolate either of the r's, can we? That's kind of weird, because I would expect there to only be one radius that works, given one of the others. Or like, if you're given big R, there should only be one small r that works, and vice versa, I feel like. think you can move around the parts of the hypotenuse inside the two circles. Really? I don't know why. Pythagoras only works for n equals 4. Really? I know I'm saying really a lot. I don't know if we can trust the drawing to be honest. It does feel. I assume we need something convenient, like the point of tangency to go through that hypotenuse, or the hypotenuse to go through the point of tangency. Um, I don't know if that's actually true though. We're just using polar coordinates. Maybe. Would it put the origin on just like in the middle there? What do we try to measure? Just quadratic formula. I guess we could do that, yeah. From like this step here. I assume that was a dead end, but I guess we could do that. Two pi over n angles subtended by all pairs. Yeah, okay, yeah, true. For yeah, like all of these angles are 2 pi over n. Yeah. That feels like something for sure. That feels like a law of cosines thing. Let me just do this quadratic thing first. Uh, 2r4, which is r1 plus or minus root 2. We throw out the minus because that's negative. So at least for n equals 4, I don't know about the inequality sign, but at least I could get that expression. Or I can get that with inequality. I don't know how you figure out the less than or greater than thing. But I am kind of intrigued by... I lost a negative? Oh, I did. Okay, yeah, that's better now. I didn't actually match it. Thank you. Um, and I'm going to point out something that, because this only really works for n equals 4. If you have an arbitrary number of circles, you know that that angle there is 2 pi over n, in that each of the two sides are r plus r. Oh, it's not posited by him. Cytos, I think that's a painful integral. You probably need a wire stress sub, and I really don't want to do that. Um, you don't need wire stress sub? So I guess we're throwing out A, since it's equal. And I do feel like less than wouldn't work. I feel like that needs to be an exact thing for that. If we set up this law of cosines, though, what's this? That's 2r? 2r squared equals 2r plus r squared. And then what's the law of cosines? Minus 2ab cosine theta? Minus 2... I guess r plus r squared again. Cosine 2 pi over n. What do we want to solve for? I guess we want to solve for big R again. But it's not really clean now. Took your Calc BC exam. Oh, nice! How do you feel about it? About how it went? Integrate x arcsine x? Free as hell? Good. I don't remember it being that bad when I took it. Yeah, Pythagoras might work for n equals 8, but that's still... We need to figure out 5 and 12. FFAV, I can think about that integral after I spend a bit more time on this. Hmm. Hey, Sage. There you have it. There's your Hage Sage. If negative parents multiply, are their kids positive? If only that's how the world worked. I think the kids come out to be like super negative though. Ooh, good luck. Your test, Sage. I'm just gonna expand on this out. I don't have a particular goal though. Or I don't really know where this is going. Just kind of like me in life. Just going by feel. Yeah, I can definitely tell you FFAB that you want to do integration by parts without trying. There might be more active, which is why I didn't like try to do it quickly. But I would start the one by doing u equals x dv, sorry, u equals arcsine x, because we know the derivative of arcsine. dv equals x dx. Du, is this, I believe this is the derivative of arcsine. The integral of x would be 1/2 x squared. uv minus v du minus 1/2 x squared arcsine x. I won't progress it past here because it's going to take a bit more work, for now at least. But that's the first step. This integral here is going to require some extra work. But I can think about it more later. Sorry, Jasu. I saw that and I forgot to respond to it. 2r equals r plus r. Maybe? I might end up with what you're about to say, or with what you already said. I don't quite see it right now, though. Is there a better way of thinking about this? Think different. Simpsons reference. Well, a Simpsons reference to Apple. Actually, what was that, Simpsons, or was that? It was some cartoon where, like, Steve Jobs or whoever went down like a whole row of people and said, "Think different, think different, think different." It's like, oh, I guess everyone's thinking the same then. Oh, doing a sign substitution on that? Yeah, probably. I think we have to plug in a value for n and just test each of these individually. I don't see how else you really do this. Hey, Anirud. Hope I'm saying that right. Is it? I don't see why. Oh. I get it. Uh, it's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. That's how you're getting it. Okay. Pretty decent job. Oh, good, good. But yeah, like with this, I still don't quite know what you do aside from plugging in values of n. But you're gonna get cosine of like 2 pi over 5 or something. Oh, did you get that with polar coordinates? Nice. Joint point of contact of 2 outer circles. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about law of sines. That's what you meant with the sine rule. Okay. Does law of... Well, we need to know one of the other angles, right? It's an isosceles triangle, so I guess it's the same angle. But do we know... I guess we know what it is, yeah? Okay. Law of sines. The law of sines would say that 2r over sine 2 pi over n is equal to r plus r over pi minus sine 2 pi over n over 2. Hexagonal packing. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Oh, there probably is just a regular polygon interpretation for this, isn't there? Oh my god. Like n equals 4 would be a square. Um, what's going on with this? I guess we can cross multiply. Don't drop that too. I don't know you. I'm I'm still confused. I guess a 2r sine theta. Oh, it doesn't cancel. It adds. Bruh. Wait, am I doing this right? Sine of the angle. I'm not doing this right. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's sine the angle is pi minus 2 pi over n over 2. And that comes from getting one of the angles of the base of an isosceles triangle. That is more reasonable, potentially. Presumably that can turn into a cosine or something like that, or something a little bit simpler. But I don't know, I'm getting lost with the law of sines. Cosine pi over n? Okay. Um, I think that's basically what I did in emedits. I just thought about with isosceles triangles rather than the regular polygon thing. The quadratic formula is scary when we have the cosine in there, though. I think it's just going to get really messy. Should place it with alpha and bring it back? I guess we could. Oh. All right, we'll try it. Let me shove some work around. Oh my god, just say it once, anim edits. And I still don't know what to do with that. I have no clue, Anarid. I guess from there you could just put in values for n. But yeah, I don't know, like n equals 5 won't be unit circle. N equals 12 probably won't be either. Or 8. Like you're getting a lot of non-unit circle things that I don't know what to do with. So okay, no, we should just work this out from scratch. Armchair mathematician. Only around here is that considered an armchair mathematician. Among most people, you would just be a mathematician. If this simplifies to anything that isn't cruel and unusual, I'm gonna be amazed. Um, it's actually simplifying something that's not that cruel and unusual. Some of your best mathematicianing from your armchair. There you go, Jed. You. What are you? You are 4 root 2. Or are I don't know about the scoop. Like zoinks. Well, we can throw out the negative solution. Is this it? Uh, doing too much math in my head. I think it's okay, question mark. But there's still inequality. All of these are inequalities. And it kind of worries me. Chemistry teacher at my school gave me his final exam on Chem 1 yesterday. We're trying. Oh, nice. Like, I don't know how we ever get an inequality out of this. Yeah, okay, we can try n equals 8 on that thing in a little bit. And I want to try n equals 4 on this thing, just see if it checks out. Just make weird noises. I'm stalling for time here. That's cosine of pi over 2, which is 0. So it's just root 2. Oh. Okay. That checks out for n equals 4. Good luck figuring out what cosine of 2 pi over 5 is. Here, let me try n equals 8 over here, like you're asking, Inrud. What's pi over 2 minus pi over 8? 7 pi over 8? No. 3 pi over 8. I feel like that's known, but it's not unit circle. We might be able to do some, maybe it's better to do a difference formula with that. No, you still have non-unit circle. If n equals 4 is equal, n equals 8 is less, because the radius r gets smaller as n gets bigger. I agree with that, yeah. And we'll welcome in. Like, ISK? I don't know how else. It's just like some random letters. Welcome in. Converted to cosine 45 over 2. Oh, you did say that this is equal to cosine, right? Oh yeah, that's a cofunction identity. Yeah. Early pronunciation. Fair enough. Cosine over 8. And so you're saying to treat it like it's pi over 4 over 2. And then to make it equal to 2r 2 cosine squared pi over 4 minus 1. No? Oh, wait, I'm doing it backwards. I'm doing the wrong version of the formula. Yeah. Sorry. I need a square root? Like that. Sine pi over 4 is root 2 over 2. I I can drop the 2s. I don't know why I still have the 2s. Um, this is annoying to simplify, but we can do it. Um, ugh. We're gonna get some stupid thing in the numerator. 5 years ago, you hated math? Uh, well, I assume you like it now then? If so, then welcome to their side. This is so annoying. Ugh. Oh, Chota, you should see this question. This is all about circles. You hate math too, Jasu? That's why you're going for a math degree? Favorite? Nice. Inarid. Toxic love-hate relationship? That's fair. I don't know where this is going. I think maths is anything that's not America. I mean, yeah, I think only Americans call it just math, singular, as far as I know. Um, all right, I really don't want to simplify this by hand. Oh yeah, no, I was responding to what Fembox was saying. But you can call it maths with an S if you want. I don't care. Yeah, but it's an annoying sound to make with your mouth. Maths. Like, you know? It just sounds bad. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want to rage quit this problem. I'm really bored of doing all this arithmetic. I haven't seen Animated say anything in a while either. I feel like he probably left. I never make it as a realtor? Do realtors have to do a lot of arithmetic? I definitely would not make it as a realtor in general. These Americans need more help on that. Yeah, sure, $10. I hate arithmetic. I did math to get away from numbers. Oh, that's very base, ISK. I think you're gonna feel at home with a lot of people around here. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. That's true, Jed. Yeah, that those are numbers. Americans. It definitely suits me. Baths. Oh, baths. Have I ever said baths? Bathtubs, bathrooms. I don't think people normally say baths though, right? I don't know. I haven't talked to a lot of realtors. Oh, there's animateds. I do know of JE Advanced, and that would make a lot of sense if this question is from it, because I really just can't do JE Advanced questions. I really hate those questions, to be honest. Okay, I don't know if the person who asked the other question here is still here. They're probably not. I should have at least gone back and finished this a long time ago. I thought we'd be able to get through that question a bit faster. But anyways, I need to call it on that problem. I'm sorry, it's taking way too long. I don't know what to do with it. With that integral, we need to do x equals sine theta. Dx equals cosine theta d theta. Okay. Yeah, sorry I couldn't see it through, but in general, I can't really do JE advanced questions. So if you're gonna have a lot of them, it just isn't gonna be the stream where you can get help, unfortunately. Sine squared on top. We get a cosine theta on the bottom. We also get a cosine theta over here. 1/2 x squared arc sine. So this just becomes sine squared, and sine squared, there's a formula for that. I don't want to dominate JE Advanced. I don't enjoy those questions. I want nothing to do with JE Advanced. I know that I could dominate them if I wanted to. I have no desire to. I don't think they're interesting questions. 1 minus cosine 2 theta over 2. Arc sine x minus a half theta. Wait, this one already played. Is it looping? The place is 7 hours long, so that's just the bulk of the draw. Oh, actually, I'm gonna skip the song because it already played. But the song after next, get ready. I see a banger in queue. I never heard of GAOKAO. I never heard of that. Oh, good luck, Anirudh. That test seems absolutely insane, and I don't know. I don't know why they make you solve questions that are as hard as that. There's no reason for you to need to know that, in my opinion. The person who asked this isn't here either. I'm just gonna move on. I'm sorry. I'm getting annoyed. Just the amount of math, or I guess the amount of annoying math that's happening. That's a Chinese exam. Oh no, I never seen a question from it. Baby metal? There's no baby metal in the playlist. That's what you're talking about. But Jesu, JE advanced questions are stuff like this, like really weird geometry questions, or they love like trig problems using the most vague identities that no one has ever heard of. It just use annoying things that are really vague. These are the ones that I've seen. Because sine inverse is I hate this because I don't know if it's arc sine or if it's 1 over sine. That's the issue I have with that. Oh, I get it. I think like Baby Metal, like the band. It's like a metal, but it has a soft spot, like babies have that soft spot. I don't know. Oh yeah, we were doing this at the start of the stream. I don't want to do this either. I don't want to do anything. Um, I just want to do a linear algebra question right now. I I never mind doing annoying math if it's to help someone, but I feel like today has been only annoying math and nothing that I personally like. So, well, let's at least get something that at least I find a bit more entertaining. Sine to -1 is arcsine, cosecant is 1 over sine. Anyone disagreeing can fight you. I think you're gonna have some people taking you up on that fight. We did 13 at some point. And we did 14 at some point. Yeah, fuck it. I don't care about those. And I'm sorry, if that's J advanced, I really don't want to do it. I hate those questions. Uh, I did get through all the way. I did get all the way through the string lectures. Yeah. Oh, that's the tactic you're going with, Jasu. You wouldn't dare hit a lady. So you're picking the fight and then saying no, you're not allowed to fight me. Yeah, I watched everyone. I think like 34 of them. Um, they're all right. They're honestly not my favorite. Why can't you proceed after? I don't know. Let me look at what the questions are. You should be able to just click through. Ideally. I don't want to have the questions at all, but Discord forces me to. Um, I would love to be able to just remove them. It's about recommendations. Oh, like the notifications? I thought it should let you just okay, wait. Like it should just let you like this finish button. Oh wait, you shouldn't have to click on it. Okay, yeah, you should be able to click on the finish button if you don't want any. Is it not doing that for you? I'm not a teacher in a minute. I'm just a tutor. You have Shiverson who will step in for you. Oh, there you go, Chatsu. Oh my god. I wish I had chivalrous men who would fight my fights. Doesn't show the finish button? I don't know then. That must be a bug. You might need to restart your Discord or like update it or something. I'm not sure. Oh, you got it? Okay. Nice. Welcome in. You never got all the way through. We love the ones you saw. Yeah. They're pretty good. The lectures don't cover everything that the book covers. To be honest, it kind of feels like it leaves out a lot. Like not a lot, but like maybe like it'll make for like 2/3 of each of the chapters or something. You're 5'1". Oh my god, that's short. Petite women are known to be scary. Oh, are you like? Do you have that like Chihuahua energy? This is the song. Yeah, that's true. ISK. Oh, also ISK. I saw your first time chatter, and I forgot to do it. But whenever I see a first time chatter, I like to let them know that the math niche exists on Twitch. Sorry, I had to think about how to phrase that. So if you're interested in math streams in general, there's a whole list of them right there. I did call you a Chihuahua, Chasu. I guess if you want, you can bite me or something. Linear what is a C space? Linear professor told us physics studies we could approximate it to R3 space. I've never heard of that. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna know this. You let me live on this occasion. That's very generous of you, Jasu. I never have encountered these before. Okay, are you talking about complex numbers? That could be it too. Referred to as a menace by some people in the chem department. A small furry menace that's known to be very ferocious, maybe, Jasu? um, yeah, I maybe you're talking about this thing from Wikipedia, but there's also like are you talking about the fancy C? That's like that, or I'm terrible at drawing it, but it's like a fancy C. Average life. You can try to give me a question, but that's a little bit too general for me. The book that I was looking at was an intro to linear algebra textbook. Let me turn the volume down before I forget the music. You posted a question. But yeah, Mr. Anderson, human beings are a disease. Uh, I'm not sure. There's a few things. I guess if you talk about complex numbers, I could talk about those. But if it's that weird thing I saw on Wikipedia, I don't know. But yeah, if you remember, like maybe an example of what it looks like, that might help us figure it out. Not complex. Oh, no worries. Thanks for trying. Either there in the text chat or in my Discord, Average Life. Um, is this just a for fun question, Anirudh? Or are you asking for help with this question? Your friend sent it to you? IVK, that's why I don't want to solve JE advanced questions. They take hours to solve. It's just hours of shuffling around numbers and letters. Uh, you have to go anyway? Okay. I'll see you around, Anirudh. Thanks for popping in. If you have JE advanced questions, please. I don't know where you should go, but I'm not good at them. I don't know how to do them. And Jesse, I don't know. I think where my I think for whatever reason my stream gets pushed to people who are taking the JE advanced, or it seems like there's a lot of demand for it. Anakin Luke, thank you for the work. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Jasu the Menace, yeah. All right, let's try 5. I don't know. Right, I was trying to remember where I seen your name before, but yeah, no, I remember now. Physics and depression. Welcome in. Good luck, IVK. And animates. Um. Okay. I need to remember what the hell linear transformation does. Or like how you write as a matrix. So you would take this is the input, that's the output. So why am I getting confused on this? This is really not that hard. Yeah, this is like an undergraduate uh level question. So it would take, say, a vector v1 and map it to w2. Okay, maybe what we need to think about is oops. Linear transform maintains linearity. That sounds right. I sure hope so. I don't know if I'm going overkill with this, but wait, it's W1 plus the W3. Yeah, Jasu, that's the other property is T of like A plus B is T of A plus T of B. Yeah, I say that maybe that's part of my confusion because this feels a little bit not possible, I guess. Maybe it is possible. I need to think harder. Or like, it's not it doesn't necessarily need to be constants or something. I don't know. It should bring a vector v1 to w2. The matrix A. Oh yeah, wouldn't multiplying A by the vector 1, 1, 1 give you the same thing as the output of that in your transform? Average life, let me see what your question is. Um, yeah, average life. Which one are you asking about? There's a lot of questions here. The train one? Using Lorentz transformation? Hey, Phobos. We doing well. The one with X. I guess it's the train one. And Y. Okay, so I guess it's the train one. Hey, Sydney Schwartz. Just use a calculator. 19 to the power of 5. There you go. That number. All right, see ya, IVK. A song? Chester, your reaction. You rapping? You know what sing? Oh, that's sick, IVK. As I live and breathe, Fembox. Oh my god, okay. So I don't have the diagram, but I can guess what it would look like. Working and staying too busy. Yeah. Oh, I see. They, for whatever reason, I assume that they like provided one. Okay, well, we want time. And I guess we want distance. So I'm just going to call that D. At time t equals 0, they both have the same position. And we can call that just the origin as well. I'm going to make green, I guess M. So green starts by traveling 40 meters per second. So that correlates with a straight line with slope 40. I'm gonna call that, I'm not drawing this like formally. But the important feature of this is that every second on the x-axis means you go up by 40. So that's like 1 in 40, like that. That's what it means to go 40 meters per second. And then it decelerates uniformly. And so that means it's going to go, we don't know what the slope of this is, but it's going to be some other slope, and it's going to end there. Oh, and this over here is point X. This over here now is going to be point Y. Blue will be train N. I don't see why they can't have the same origin. The y-axis is distance here, as I've drawn it. And so for N, it has 30, so its slope is going to be a little bit less. Like, that's 1 on the bottom, that's 30 on there. How far do I want to draw, though? For 25 seconds, then decelerates uniformly. So I don't know the exact scales here, but it's going to be... It could be something like that, for all we know. Hey, Maria. It's 4:12 in the afternoon for me. Yeah, I guess we know like that length of time is 25 seconds from like that point there to the end. See, I might not be doing the graph part exactly how they want it. Like, they might have requirements that I'm not aware of. That's at least the most I can think to fill in right now with the information that we know. Yeah, this is... Oh, speed? Oh, they do say speed time. Damn. You're right, Chasu. Okay, sorry, I messed this up. Jess is making a valid point. I'm drawing distance in time. They're asking for speed in time. I need to redo this. Get rid of everything. Ugh. Okay, this should be... There should be less going on here, though. Time, speed. Okay, so train M is just going 40 meters per second. So this is going to be up here at 40. And then it's going to decelerate, which means its speed is going to be negative. We don't know what exact number. They didn't give that to us, but they said it's uniform, which means it's going to be always the same deceleration speed up until some point y. The blue train... Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I'm getting tired. If it decelerates uniformly, the speed is decreasing. It's not negative. It looks more like that. The blue train starts out a little bit lower at 30. It decelerates over 25 seconds. So we don't know the exact scale. It could look like this, or it could look like this, depending on the exact numbers. I'm just going to call it like this, though. And we know that that distance of time is 25. Or that, like, time interval is 25. Okay, hopefully that's a better speed time graph. Given the distance is 975, find the value of t. T is the amount of time m decelerates for. Okay. Do we even need to know anything about train n, then? They could have made us work a lot harder. I don't think we need to know anything about train n for this, right? Or wait, maybe we do. Wait. Oh, I put the 25 in the wrong spot. True. Hey, Miles, feel free to ask me a question if you want. Why am I feeling stupid? It's that. That's the 25. There's a 25 right there. Miles, if you want, you can send me like one problem, but I'm gonna wrap up the stream soon. You can type it there in chat or put it in my Discord. I know it's only for train in. I know, Jess. I realize after it should be that interval of time. Um, are there two like so? This phrasing confused me. I thought this was referring to the same overtake. How does the same train overtake the same train twice? I I also don't know how to use XY. I don't like train like train M. It could just go all the way over to the end and then decelerate super quickly but uniformly, or it could only go at 40 for a tiny amount of time and then decelerate super slowly. I don't know how you distinguish between those two. Unless it's what Jasu is saying, I guess. They should really say that. Because that means there's 3 overtakes. Yeah, Whaler. I'll take a look at it quickly, Mouse, to let you know if I can do it or not. Interval of convergence. Um, in the future, just post it in the Discord server, please. But I'm gonna do your question quickly because I can do that a lot faster than I can do this train one. I'm getting confused with the phrasing of the train question. I'll come back to it in a second. The person who asked it. This one will just be faster. So I just want to get it off my plate. N equals 0 to infinity, 3 to the minus n, x to the n. So I rewrite this. 3 to the negative n is same as 1 over 3 to the n. It's like 1/3 to the n, x to the n. This is kind of overkill. Actually, never mind. You don't need to do all this now I think about it. I just go straight to doing the ratio test, which is limit as n goes to infinity, absolute value, 3 to the minus n plus 1, x to the n plus 1 over 3 to the minus n, x to the n. And we're going to solve this to be less than 1, but let's simplify it first. So these ends, the ends cancel. We just end up with a 3 to the minus 1. These ends cancel. We end up with just an x. The 3 to the minus 1 can come outside. Yeah. Oh, Yeah, Miles, if you don't know this test, I can do this a different way too. But the 3 to the minus 1 can come out front of the limit. And now there's no ends left inside the limit, so the limit can go away. So we get a third absolute value of x, and we need to remember this needs to be less than 1. So we can multiply each side by 3, and we get absolute value of x less than 3. You know, test you don't understand how to determine the interval. Okay. So hopefully with me so far, how we deal with the absolute value now is we can say -3 is less than x is less than 3. Okay, byte and a minute. But now we need to test exactly at these endpoints, because that's where things can get weird. So we need to test x equals -3, x equals 3 separately. So starting with -3. What's going to happen is this is like a -1 to the n times 3. Like I guess I'll draw out a few more steps here. This, you might already see it, but I could rewrite it like this. And the 3 to the minus n and the 3 to the n will cancel. So you get just n equals 0 to infinity minus 1 to the n. And this thing diverges. It always fluctuates. I guess it'll fluctuate between 0 and 1. So this thing diverges. Like you can tell that with the alternating series test or the test for divergence. Either of those would work to my eyes. We need to test x equals 3 also. That one will be even less steps. So that's going to be 3 to the minus n times 3 to the n. These just cancel straight up. So you just get the sum of 1 infinitely many times, and that diverges by the test for divergence, just like 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That never has a chance of converging. So I'd say neither of these endpoints are included. And so this is just our answer here. You might also write it as like -3, 3 in parentheses, or depending on where you're from, you might use brackets like that. Depends on the country for which one you use, but I hope that makes sense. The other way you could have thought about this, instead of doing the ratio test, you could have realized this is like a geometric series. You can write it like x over 3 to the n. And from here, you just automatically know whatever's inside the parentheses has to be less than 1. Because it's like a geometric. Quebec? Oh, nice. Use the brackets there. Ooh, I didn't even know that. Sonic, you always mess up in log and exponents. Hey, and Miles, if you ever have more questions, I stream, but there's also actual education that streams as well. You can definitely answer questions like that. Hopefully the command works. Yeah. So in case you ever like more questions like that, that's another resource for you. He might be live right now, actually. He probably is. Selenic, an exponent. The way I think of exponents, as I start with an equation involving exponents that I know off the top of my head. So I know like 2 cubed equals 8. And a log is just a way to rewrite this exact same thing. So I can rewrite the same equation with logs if I say log, the base is 2, because it's literally the base, it's the, like, 2 is the base for the exponent, so the log is base 2. And then logs are always equal to exponents. So I come over here to the other side equal sign, and I bring the 3 over here. And then 8 is just the last thing left, so it goes inside of the log. So if 2 cubed equals 8, then log base 2 of 8 is 3. with exponent equations, you take something, raise it to a power, and you're interested in that result. For a log, you have a base and a result, and you want to know what exponent you get. That's the fundamental like difference between those things. It's the same thing, just you're interested in a different result. Yeah, I mean, it can get weirder with logs, but that's all they fundamentally are. See ya, Maria. Like, there's like logarithmic scales on graphs, which take getting used to read, or there's properties of logarithms. But I don't know. For I'm interpreting the question, I think that's hopefully what they needed to hear. Branch cuts, yeah, true. I don't know what to do with this train one. Distance traveled is area under the velocity time graph. And you're saying they have to have equal area? Well, the thing is, there's many different solutions for that still, isn't there? Is there? I don't. Right now I'm unemployed, Miles. I used to be a tutor though, and I'm gonna be starting on a master's soon. Yeah. If you have more questions like this is my bread and butter here. So that type of stuff I definitely know how to help with. People love to ask me questions that I just have no clue how to even start. But series like that, I definitely can explain well. Trying to study for physical chem. Oh, nice. Yeah, I this one it's not the thing that's happening is that hard, but it's still like I'm trying to figure out how we use the information given. So let's check for the exam. You know what's the last thing you understand? Oh, okay. Yeah, so hopefully that helps then. You can pretty much always use the ratio test to get the interval, and then you just check either like each end, and then you're good. Lubert also gets 35 over 4. Yeah, I think they're talking about like line segment xy, not x times y. Um, oh, the times taken are the same. Okay, the frickin' that's the realization. So we can find the total time n takes. Uh, and then that's the total time m takes, and we can probably figure out something from there. Okay. God, I'm getting tired. I wish we had more fun questions today because I feel like people keep asking me really hard questions that just sap all my energy. I could do these series all day. How much time does n take? Hey, Pyro. Uh, n covers 25 times 30, 750 meters. So uh, we don't know how much time. Oh wait, maybe it doesn't matter. Um, 750. So then 975 minus 750, 225. Uh, we use for I guess a part of a pyro. So I'm confused. Isn't this or maybe I still don't know how we're solving this uniquely. Now I'm confused because train n, like we know that. I feel like I'm missing a piece of information. I really I don't understand this one. Man, I there has to be one way that it starts with okay, 30 meters per second. It goes down to zero over a distance of 225. That's what I'm getting confused on. Oh yeah, there is that equation, Pyro studies. I was hoping to get straight to the time, to be honest. Can I just do this with units? If I have 225 meters over 30 meters per second minus 0 meters per second. No, that won't give me that. That won't be right. That's something weird. I feel like there's a more direct way of doing it than this, but I guess I'll do what Pyro's saying. Hey Zishan. There is this equation. To find the acceleration. Zishan, if you only can tell me the question, but I really need to wrap up the stream soon. So if it's... I might need to say no if it's not a quick one. Okay, we were... it's the area under the graph, and so that's a trapezoid, which is height times the average of the other two sides, 25 plus some other time that I don't know. I'm just calling it A because yeah. I guess, is that T? No, total time. T minus 25 is would be the other side? Am I thinking that right? No, just T. If T is total time. Is equal to 975. I'm not doing this math in my head. I'm gonna mess it up. 15 times 25 plus T equals 975. And from there, it's Wolfram Alpha's problem. T equals 40. Let me just delete all that shit. Okay, so total time is 40. I guess we want to make a similar function for M. This is a different T. Well, I guess we can get capital T. Okay, height is 40. The short side is T, the long side is 40. For 2 equals the same 975. Okay, there we go. And then Wolfram Alpha's problem. Okay, 35 over 4. Thank you. for helping me with that. Okay, I assume the person left who asked the question. So I'm gonna get back to him on Discord maybe. Oh, yep, yeah, OBS. Thank you. That's exactly how I wanted that to show up. Thank you. Okay. Um, it's time. Good morning, Stooky. You've done all the things? Wow, I wish I did even two of the things. It's going good. I'm at the end here where uh my 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 brain's just like tired. But hopefully I can just get this one answer typed out and then probably gonna wrap it up. Do not take relativity into account. Oh my god, Bluebird. Special relativistic mechanics has been not easy to learn about. Oh, nice, Pyro. Do. Both trains take the same total time, but we know more. And so start by making function n of t. You're watching this in class, King HA? Oh god. We're not saying this under duress. 30. Maybe I shouldn't say the entire question. What's up, Viv? Usually around 6. Um, okay, maybe I'll just leave it there and let them ask me a follow-up question if they get stuck. Uh, the question on the screen, Kyosen? Or I don't know what question you mean. I'm gonna have to wrap the stream up soon, so if I don't hear back, I'm just gonna uh You can type it there in chat if you want. Might be the easiest thing. But if I don't hear it quick, I'm just gonna wrap up the stream because I want to go soon. So if you're gonna post something, please do it quick. No, I meant for a person in the YouTube chat, Viv. uh, there actually was a question, but I want to go and at least get started on making dinner soon. Oh God, that's not quadratic like I thought it would be. I'm doing spiced chickpea tacos for dinner. The only thing that I have is my Discord. Um, I don't know that I can do that one. But if you only can join the Discord and do that, but I think that one is going to take me time if I can do it, and I'd rather just wrap up the stream. Or yeah, maybe Pyro can get back to you. Cilantro pesto, that'd be nice. I never had cilantro pesto. Pesto is great though. Yeah, Mr. Kiosan, it might be best if you just join the Discord and post it there. It sounds like Pyro is interested. I'm gonna wrap up the stream though, because my voice can't handle much more talking. Um, yeah, just put it in Discord and me or someone will get back to you. But I'm gonna wrap up the stream up there, so I'm gonna cut the YouTube stream off, and then on Twitch we'll look for a raid. So people here on YouTube, thanks for being here. Yeah, see you later, YouTube.